guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. If not, welcome back. I'm Emma, and today I will be talking about what not to bring for college. With move-in for college very quickly approaching, I move in 2 weeks from yesterday, and I'm so excited, but I know that a lot of freshmen are probably curious of what they should and should be packing, and I know there's probably a lot of stress going on right now regarding that. But I am here to ease your minds and hopefully tell you guys what you shouldn't be packing. If you hear anything on this list that you're like absolutely dead set on bringing, that's fine, bring it. This is just my advice, what I've learned. I asked my sister who just recently graduated from college what she recommended, and yeah, so this is what I've kind of seen throughout my college experience of what people didn't use, what they ended up sending home, what I didn't use specifically. So yes, just take it what I say with a grain of salt, and if you really want to bring something on this list, bring it if it makes you feel comfortable. That's the biggest and most important part of all of this. So let's just get right into the list. It's kind of long, so I'm going to try to go a little bit quickly. If you have questions, my DMs on Instagram are always open, and you can comment. I try to comment on on as many comments as I can, as quickly as I can. So I am very reachable in that sense. If you didn't see, about a week and a half ago, I made a what to pack for college clothing edition, and if you haven't watched it already, definitely go watch that. But in regards, there was a few things that I left out or probably didn't mention that I should have in that. But okay, so we're going to talk about those kind of things now. So for clothing, don't pack your whole wardrobe. In that other video, I did mention pack whatever makes you feel comfortable amount of clothing wise, and that is still true, but you only have a certain amount of space, and space is very limited in your dorm rooms. So don't pack too much that your room is like overflowing and looks really cluttered all the time. Pack things that are easily layered and that go with a lot of things. If you have a shirt that you could only wear with one specific pair of pants, that might not be the best shirt to bring unless it's like your favorite one, but whatever. Bring things that can go with a bunch of different things that are very transitional for summer into fall and fall into winter. Things like that, just things that can be layered on top of each other and that are really versatile. And don't bring anything that you would be like devastated if you lost or got ruined. Pack bathing suits because you'll probably go swimming or do something like that at some point. I live near Lake Ontario up at school, so I have a few bathing suits for that, but only pack like 1 or 2 max. You really don't need that many. Unless you live near the beach, and if that's the case, I'm very envious of you. Don't pack a ton of shoes, specifically uncomfortable shoes. Pack things that are comfortable, that are versatile, and that are not your like most expensive pair of shoes. Because again, they might get ruined or stolen, God forbid, or just like messed up or lost. And you only have a certain amount of closet space again, so you don't need to bring a ton of pair of shoes, especially similar looking shoes. Don't pack a ton of jackets. Jackets take up a lot of space, especially if they're like big puffy ones. So only bring 1 or 2 jackets. I have my good Eddie Bauer winter jacket, and then I have a raincoat, and that's it. I did bring a pink, like a softer, not a trench coat, but like just a softer fuzzy coat, and I only wore it like once or twice, and it just took up a ton of room under my bed, so that was just not necessary. So only bring 1 or 2 jackets. They don't have to complete your look, like it's fine. And also don't bring a ton of jewelry that you don't wear. I wear the same like 5 necklaces. This one I just got, so I'm gonna see how I like to wear it over the next couple weeks if I decide to bring it or not. But I wear like the same earrings all the time. I have a few nice dangly ones to wear for nicer occasions, but that's about it. Like I know I don't wear rings, so I didn't bring them. I know I don't wear bracelets besides the ones that I always have on, so I didn't bring them. If you don't wear something at home now, you're probably not going to wear it at school. Okay, on to decor. I feel like I'm talking really fast, but I have a lot to say and I don't want this video to be too long, so try to go quickly. So for decor, you don't want to bring too many like throw pillows or blankets or something, because your twin extra long bed is only so big, and you don't want too many pillows that are only going to end up on the ground. So just bring like 2 or 3, that's plenty. Your bed will look very full, especially with your like regular sleeping pillows behind it. And if you have a pillow sham, like a main pillow, I don't know if you can see this, but like a main pillow one, you'll be fine. And in regards to blankets, bring like a couple throw blankets. If you're gonna have like your friends over to watch a movie, you all want to be under a blanket, that's fine, but don't bring like 8 of them. You really don't need them. They take up a lot of space. Also, make sure that everything that you bring fabric wise, so like bedding, pillows, blankets, everything like that, is easily washable. You don't want to bring something that's like a really hard fabric to wash or that needs to be dry cleaned, because if you spill something on it, it will just never get washed, and if you try to wash it, it could get ruined. So make sure everything is easily washable and really soft and things like that, and make sure you wash it before you leave to make sure you like the way it feels after it's washed as well. That was a lot of words. Don't bring heavy picture frames because they will probably fall. Speaking from experience, you don't want them to break, and with command strips, which are the primary way of hanging things in dorm rooms, they're not always strong enough to hang a really heavy picture frame or something. One picture frame that says "Keep your heels, head, and standards high" by Coco Chanel that I got from At Home is really heavy, and I ended up having to just prop it up both times, like both places I lived, both in my dorm and the sorority house. And it looked fine, but I honestly probably won't bring it this semester just because it just takes up a lot of space leaning against the wall on my dresser. Don't bring decorative books or magazines or anything like that. They will just take up space and collect dust. If it's a book you are not going to read, don't bring it. You probably won't read that many books anyway at school because you're so busy all the time, and they just really do take up a lot of space. So this also goes for knickknacks and things that don't really have a true purpose. If it's really sentimental, obviously bring it. If it makes you feel closer to home, that's great. But if it's not something that's like crucial to you having in your room, it's just gonna collect dust again and just take up space. And there are much more functional decor pieces that will have a purpose and be more useful in your room. Obviously, don't bring candles. I don't know of any dorm that you're allowed to have candles in, but my suggestion, if you want something that's gonna make your room smell good, is bring an essential oils diffuser. They're great, they're super easy to use. The oils are a little bit of an investment, but they last so long, way longer than candles last. And don't even bring them for decor because you could get in really big trouble for them. So I painted a bulletin board. I will insert a clip here if I can find one of the bulletin board that I had in my dorm room and my sorority room. And I really liked it. I love the way it looked. I thought the way I painted it was so cute, but I literally never used it. I hung stuff up at the beginning and then I never added anything to it. So if you aren't a big bulletin board or whiteboard user already, don't bring one. You won't use it. Whiteboard calendars are kind of nice if you and your roommate want to share one, but honestly it might just be easier to do like a Google Calendar on your phone. That way you always have it and it's not just back at your dorm. Don't bring things that need batteries because you won't ever replace them. If something needs batteries, just don't bring it. It's probably not the best use of your space in your car to bring up, or your suitcase or whatever. Try to find things that are rechargeable or that plug in, just because if something needs batteries and it dies, you probably won't ever replace them. I don't know a single college student that like has spare batteries in their room either, so it's just a waste of space. And don't bring a light colored rug. But if you do really want a light colored rug, make sure it's small enough that it's machine washable, because rugs get really dirty in dorm rooms. I'll insert a clip of my rug that I actually have in my room now, but that I got for college. You can see the line of where I had it like under my bed in my dorm room versus the part that was like out and being walked on. It's so bad. So my advice is don't bring a really plush, fluffy rug that's gonna get like pressed down a lot. Bring a thinner rug that won't get as like pressed down and dirty and stuff, and that will hide dirt better, because trust me, you're not going to be good about taking your shoes off when you walk in. Your friends won't do that, and it's just going to get really, really dirty. I even have had this rug dry cleaned since then and it still looks like this. Not good. I might bring it. I don't know, I've been trying to specifically walk on the part that was like under my bed and like do yoga and stuff on it to press it down more, but I don't know if it's working or not. On to kitchen stuff. This will be a pretty brief section because most people don't have kitchens, but in regards to like kitchen stuff for your dorm, don't bring 8 million cups and mugs and plates and whatever. You're not going to be having 8 people over for dinner in your dorm room. Bring 1 plate, 1 bowl, 1 cup, if maybe 2 max. Same goes for mugs and silverware, because you just won't use it. I would recommend having a couple containers that you can put like leftovers in to put in your fridge, like some Pyrex dishes and stuff. But beyond that, you really don't need that many kitchen things. It just takes up a lot of space. I had an entire drawer dedicated to kitchen stuff and I only used about half of it. So it just was kind of a waste of space. And now that I'm living in a sorority house, there's almost everything kitchen-wise is there already. I'm bringing more this semester just due to COVID. I want to be able to use more of my own stuff. But overarching college sorority house, pretty much going to be covered kitchen-wise. I thought I was going to use my Keurig all the time. My roommate and I split it. I bought the rug, she bought the Keurig because they were about the same price. And I literally never used it. I think there was like something wrong with that Keurig too because it just didn't work right. But I used the hot water kettle heater, like the electric kettle that she brought so much more. We both used it way more just because it was way more convenient to make ramen or make tea or make hot chocolate or make oatmeal or whatever. It was just way more convenient to use the hot water heater electric kettle thing. So I would recommend using that instead of getting a Keurig unless you like are really into making coffee in a Keurig or whatever. And also Keurigs are really wasteful with the little cups and stuff. So get a reusable K-cup if you're going to get a Keurig. Okay, so this is my last category. It's just kind of like my hodgepodge random things category. So don't bring a camera unless you're really into photography. My sister was really into photography in high school and then kind of didn't use it as much her senior year, but she brought her camera and she really barely used it. Now that phone cameras are so good, you don't want to leave something that expensive in your dorm room unless you're gonna lock it up. So I would just advise not bringing it, and your phone camera will definitely suffice. Random bags, don't have like 8 duffel bags and like 8 different backpacks. You won't use them. You need your backpack for school, one purse, like your crossbody or you just have a handbag, just one. Maybe a clutch if you go out and stuff like that, but probably not. I never brought a bag when I went out when I was at school. And a carry-on. If you can send home your really big suitcase with your parents after they move you in, if that's possible for you, do that because it'll just take up a bunch of space. I just kept my carry-on and it was perfect for me when I wanted to come home for Thanksgiving and when I flew down to visit my boyfriend. That's all I needed. Don't bring a lap desk, like the tabletop ones. All of my friends that have had those didn't like them. Bring the ones that are like flat to you that you can just lift up and take, not the like the square tabletop-y ones. No one really likes those. But again, if you know you're not going to use it, don't bring it. I knew I wasn't going to use one. I didn't bring it. I didn't miss it. Don't bring a steamer or an iron. I brought one, literally tried to use it once, basically burned myself, didn't use it again. Not for that reason, but I just never like put in the effort to iron anything ever again. You just don't really need to. A really good wrinkle remover spray and taking your laundry out as soon as it dries and hanging it up right away will do you wonders, and you won't need to just take up the space for an iron or a steamer. Skincare and beauty stuff that you might use, like, oh, I haven't tried this, I'll still bring it. Like, you won't try it, don't bring it. Like, bring your key skincare and beauty products that you know you use, that you rely on, and don't bring anything else. If you really want to try something, get it once you're up there, but don't take the time or the space to pack it because you probably won't use it. Extra notebooks or paper kind of thing you probably won't use also. Have a notebook per class if you like handwritten notes, and if you don't bring any. But I am like a notebook hoarder. I love notebooks, but I really tried to make an effort I brought one extra notebook, which was this one, and I'm still only like less than halfway through it. So they just take up space. Like, I know the notebooks at Target are really cute, but don't buy them. Also, like games and stuff. I brought Cards Against Humanity and like 8 other people had it, so it wasn't really that necessary for me to bring. I'll probably bring it again just because I'm not going to be around as many people this semester. But yeah, so like maybe 1 deck of cards, but don't bring like board games or anything like that. Like, you probably won't play them, and if you really want to, your RA sometimes has things like that, or like your building. So it's just, again, not really necessary. I think that's everything. Like, my biggest advice is just don't bring things you don't use in your room already. Obviously, moving to college, moving away, you're gonna have things that you don't normally need in your house that you now need, that you're living in a your one single room. But if it's things in your room that you have that you already don't use, you're probably not going to use them when you go away. So don't waste the space or the time to pack it, because space is precious when you're going away to school. So yeah, I hope this video was helpful for you guys. Let me know in the comments if there's anything that I forgot. Definitely, I'm sure there's things that I'm not thinking of. Yeah, I hope that you guys are having a good time packing for college, or if you are in high school and you're getting ready to like look at colleges, keep this advice in mind. I loved watching videos like this all throughout high school, like literally starting 8th grade. Good luck with getting ready for college, you graduated seniors, rising freshmen, and anyone else watching this video. Good luck going back to school in these crazy times, and I wish you all the best of luck, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!